Once again, Bill, I had one of your really good questions lined up for the middle round today, and then I saw it was you were there, so we had to give it the axe.
I hardly ever remember when I write those anyway. We could use
I know, but it's amazing how it would come back to you if you heard them. I have one really good one I'm holding on to that I wrote. I'm going to hold on to that till the final. Yep. Who is our TPT Kaplan today? Dan, is that you? Somebody else?
Hello.
Hello?
Good morning.
Hi, Petros, how are you?
Hey, Bob.
How are you? Who's the captain of the blue team? Saw Thunk Distraught?
That would be me.
That would be you. Ah. And is Senor Belinki here yet? I don't know. Hi, Misha.
Matt is not here. I think that he's going to join us at halftime. So I will serve as interim captain.
You will be the captain. All right. Jack will. All right.
For the first half. And then when Matt joins us, he can regain his captaincy.
Okay. Well, please do feel free to sign in, everybody, so that we know we have at least the 3 players per team.
Can you remind me the web address? tpt.mykaplan.tv. Is that correct?
I don't know. I never use it. Do we want to help Jack out there?
That's right, Jack.
Okay, thanks, Bill.
Do we have a game code?
239er.
Thank you.
That'll be in the upper right-hand corner of your screen, sir.
I had loaded up but anyway, all good. Can't see both screens at the same time, unfortunately.
I think that was everybody.
So are we 3-on-3 for the moment anyway? No. Glenn, Becky, Glenn, and Jack versus Misha, Bill, and Petros. Is that it?
Yeah, so we only could get 3, so Matt and I agreed that we'd have 3-on-3 just to make it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
And then if a 4th showed up on my team, then we would play 4-on-4. But
that's very nice.
Yeah, it's a gentlemanly contest here.
Well, okay. Supposedly Matt Blinky is coming in at halftime, so we'll have to see about that.
And I thought he was taking over for Jay, but if Jay's not here, I don't know what Matt agreed to, so I'm fine to proceed as we are.
Jay's here.
Jay, so are you on your team? So it's going to be 4-on-3 after all?
No, I'm gonna step out after the Jeopardy, the first round, and Matt's gonna step in for the second round if that's okay.
Oh. But it still would be 4-on-3 though.
I don't think so.
Well, on the red team right now, we have Becky, Glenn, and Jack. And
Becky's here.
Blue team, we have Misha, Bill, and Petros. So that's the 3-on-3.
Well, I just came because I thought you guys didn't have enough. If you agreed on 3, I'm only an alternate.
I'm checking with Matt right now what he wants us to do.
Well, it's
Captain,
really
my captain.
Becky, if you would like to play, I'm happy to step out and you can play with the gentleman today. Happy to.
No, I'm the alternate. This is your game.
If you would all like to step out, we're fine too.
I've tried all the questions myself, so doing a solo match is not going to be at all helpful. We need players. What is the decision?
Okay, I will. How do I step out? How do I remove my name once I've signed in?
Guess you just sign out.
I think you just close the. I think you just close the app, maybe.
Oh, so I can't watch, huh?
No, you have to close out of the buzzer.
Well, you can
Yeah,
watch. You just can't buzz in. You can stay where.
Yeah,
Dang.
that's right.
Got it.
Okay, so Elizabeth is the scorekeeper. I'm Bob Verini, your genial host, and this is Men versus Men, 3-on-3. Glenn, Jack, and Jay are the LSAT Jedi. Opposing Misha, Bill, and Petros saw Thunk Distraught. I like the symmetry of the 3-on-3, and I think you're going to like these questions. I picked this board out especially for all of yous. The only thing I would ask is that current captains Petros and Jack, I'm asking that when you, in a steal opportunity, if any, you reveal your answer with the words final answer, because we've had some confusion where there's been a lot of talking and I didn't know who to accept. So we need the captain to say final answer for the steals. Okay.
And Bob,
Yes.
we're not logged into the phone line. We can just discuss here, right? That seems
Absolutely. Yeah. The phone line blows.
Yeah. All right.
Perfect. It's more fun to hear everybody talking.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right.
Okay.
So final answer. That's we're gonna say final answer and then the answer, right? That's
Right.
what you want.
Right.
Okay.
From you and Jack. Okay.
Got it.
Okay, everybody. Everybody muted. Good. We will begin with our 1 through 5 round. And our first category is authors. Authors for 1 point. The Village Vomit was a newspaper published by this horror author while attending Lisbon Falls High School in Maine. Bill?
Stephen King.
Stephen King is correct for 1 point for the blue team. First blood, The Village Vomit, which I used to get free on the streets of New York, as I recall. Okay, for 2 points. Robert Louis Stevenson suffered from this lung disease for many years, but died of a cerebral hemorrhage. Bill?
Tuberculosis.
TB is right. Cerebral hemorrhage, 1894, and Bill is out of this category. So Misha and Petros will have to do the rest of the heavy lifting on authors for 3. Already a successful poet, in 1814, he started his career as a novelist with A Tale of the Highlands. Already a successful poet, in 1814, he started his career as a novelist with A Tale of the Highlands. 5 seconds.
We would like to sub in Becky.
Time out. No, the Highlands novelist was Sir Walter Scott. Sir Walter Scott was who we were looking for. Okay, authors for 4. About the human comedy series, he said, French society was to be the historian. I was only to be the secretary. Petros?
William Stroyan.
Incorrect. It's a break for the red team. I'll repeat the entire clue. About the human comedy series, he said, French society was to be the historian. I was only to be its secretary.
I have no guess, Jack.
I don't either. Glenn? Glenn, do you have anything?
Oh, no.
All right.
Nope,
Bob,
nothing. Sorry, I was.
Okay.
final answer.
It was a triple stumper on the show and a source of much hilarity in French class when you're in high school, Honoré de Balzac. Balzac. Or as Hermione Gingold said in The Music Man, Balzac. Okay.
I think we have to update the scoreboard because they guessed incorrectly.
Yes, it should be zip, zip, Elizabeth.
No, it should be -1, I think, right? Wasn't that 4?
Oh,
That
yes.
was yeah.
Yes, that's right. That was a 4 point. Am I going too fast, Liz? Okay, we're good. Okay, here we go for 5 points in authors. The autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman spans 100 years from the Civil War to the Civil Rights Movement. The autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman spans 100 years from the Civil War to the Civil Rights Movement. 5 seconds. Time. The author, Ernest Gaines, another triple stumper on the show. Rebecca, where art thou? Here we go to musical by characters. I think we'll have more luck here. Musical by characters. For 1 point, Fantine and her daughter, Cosette. Petros?
Les Miserables.
Les Miserables is correct. And you're back at zip. Musical by characters for 2. Miguel de Cervantes and Aldonza. Jack?
What is Man of La Mancha?
Man of La Mancha is right for 2 points. Musical by characters for 3. Emile Debec and Ensign Nellie Forbush. Misha? You just have to unmute.
South Pacific.
South Pacific is right. Very good for 3 points. That was a triple stumper on the show, dude. So good job. 4 points. On to Eller Murphy and Laurie Williams. Misha?
Oklahoma.
Another triple stumper on the show. Another 4 points. You are out of the category for the final clue. That was a 5er. And the clue is the score correct? Yes. Okay. For 5 points. Rolf Gruber and Mother Abbess of Nonnberg Abbey. Rolf Gruber and Mother Abbess of Nonnberg Abbey. 5 seconds. Time. Ooh, you didn't grow up with that blonde Aryan singing You Are 16 going on 17 and Mother Abbess Climb Every Mountain. It's The Sound of Music. The Sound of Music. Okay. Third category. You 6 dudes should do really well with fashion from head to toe. Fashion from head to toe for 1 point. This type of felt hat that Dick Tracy wore is named for a play by Sardou. This type of felt hat that Dick Tracy wore is named for a play by Sardou. Petros?
A fedora?
Fedora is right for 1 point. Very good. Fedora is correct. Here we go for 2 points. Fashion from head to toe. 1950s fashion favored this canine skirt. 1950, Jay?
What is a poodle skirt?
Poodle skirt is right for 2 points. Fashion for 3. This company's canvas all-star basketball shoe goes all the way back, Misha?
Converse.
Converse. Look at you guys racking up the fashion points. That's right for 3 points. Goes back to 1917, by the way. For 4 points, fashion. This French-named garment looks like a skirt, but is actually pants. This French-named garment looks like a skirt. Bill?
Culottes?
Culottes is right for 4 points. All right. Let's see how you do with the 5-pointer on fashion. The French name of these casual summer shoes derives from a tough, wiry grass that's used to make rope. The French name of these casual summer shoes derives from a tough, wiry grass that's used to make rope. Time. That's it. No guesses? They're made from hemp, but they are called espadrilles. Did you know it, Elizabeth? I'm sorry. I should throw it to you. I did not see your hand up. I apologize. Espadrilles is correct. We will give Elizabeth the points for that one. Okay, at the end of the halfway point, we've got the blue team 15, the red team 4. We go on to UN, United Nations, observances. UN observances for 1 point. December 2nd is International Day for the Abolition of this, which didn't disappear in 1865. Bill?
What is slavery?
Slavery Abolition Day is correct for 1 point. UN observances for 2. March 22nd is World This Resource Day. The theme for 1999 was Everyone Lives Downstream. March 22nd, Misha?
What is water?
World Water Day is correct. March 22nd, World Water Day. Very, very well done. For 3 points, September 16th is International Day for the preservation of this atmospheric layer. Jack?
What is the ozone?
Ozone layer is correct for 3 points. UN observances for 4. Can't wait for October 20th, World Day for this science of collecting and arranging numerical facts and data. Can't wait for October 20th. Glenn?
World Statistics Day.
That's right, World Statistics Day for 4 points. Oh, these two teams always impress me. And finally, for 5 points, International This Remembrance Day, January 27th, commemorates the 1945 date on which Auschwitz was liberated. International This Remembrance Day, January 27th, commemorates the 1945 date on which Auschwitz was liberated.
My buzzer's not working.
Me either.
Buzzers need to be reset. We will throw the question out. It is, of course, International Holocaust Remembrance Day. And I will get a surprise substitution, surprise even to me, as we get the buzzers all checked. Right now, I'm not seeing any buzzers appear on my screen. So
I'm not either.
Something needs to be reset.
I see Glenn just buzzed in.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing that on my screen.
Yeah, and that was a buzz from before.
Yeah.
It was a buzz when they were reading the question. So
I'm gonna go back into the game. How about that?
Not working.
Mine's still not working either.
Yeah, I don't see anybody buzzing in.
I don't either. I'm making a quick note of the score, though, in case we lose the buzzer and have to reinstate it. Who is TPT Kaplan today and not speaking up?
Do we not? Maybe we don't have anybody? Do we not have anyone?
Well, what do we do?
So do I need to start a new game?
I think you might. Well, you need to get out of this, and you might try the same game code again and see if it still works. But otherwise, we have to set up a new game with this current score.
Hey, buzzers.
Raise your hands and shout out the answer.
It just bounced me out. So hang on a second. Let me get.
The red team is the LSAT Jedi. Blue team is Thunk. You can try rejoining the game 239.
All right, let's see if that works. All right, I now see Petros and Misha.
As do I. I see Jack. It's like the magic mirror on Romper.
Jack.
I see Petros and Misha.
Jay.
Jack and Jay.
Still does not buzz.
Still can't buzz though.
Huh.
All right, let's get out of this and start a new game with this score. We beg any viewers' indulgence here. Okay, game code is 605, everybody. There's Jay's buzzer. Jack, Petros.
Bill.
And Misha, we need.
Glenn.
Just saw Glenn. Misha, you in?
Hold on just a second. Right. Okay, one more time. What am I supposed to? What are we entering in? What's the game?
605. 605.
Okay. All right.
There he is. And the buzzer works.
There we go.
One thing you got to say about the Kaplan buzzer, either the one fails or they all fail. It's all or nothing. All right, we're good. Everybody muted. I'm going to throw in a surprise substitution for 5 points. The category at the drugstore. At the drugstore. Okay? Somebody needs to mute. Petros, mute, please. Thank you. This skincare brand that's #1 dermatologist recommended has a line of Norwegian formula moisturizers. Misha?
Neutrogena.
Neutrogena is correct, and that's 5 points. Okie dokie. Now back to our regularly scheduled game. Next category is the Western Hemisphere. The Western Hemisphere for 1 point. Cape Catoche, the northeastern tip of this large peninsula, lies a little more than 30 miles north of Cancun. Cape Catoche, the northeastern tip of this large peninsula. Petros?
The Yucatan?
Yucatan is right for 1 point. The Yucatan Peninsula. Western Hemisphere for 2. Crown Point International is the airport of this companion island to Trinidad. Jay?
Tobago.
Tobago is correct for 2 points. Western Hemisphere for 3. A monument dedicated to the men who lost their lives on the USS Maine stands in this capital's Parque del Maine. Jack?
What is Havana?
Havana is right for 3 points. I think people thought Manila would be the answer, but it is Havana. Well done. For 4 points. This Venezuelan waterfall was named for an American bush pilot. Jack?
What is Angel Falls?
Angel Falls is right, and you are out of the category for the last clue. For 5 points. This southwestern U.S. desert has a river of the same name, flowing mainly, Misha?
Mojave.
Mojave is right, and a triple stumper on the show, dude. Well done. The Mojave River flows underground to Soda Lake. Okay, that's soda clear to me. Our final clue in the first round is 3-letter, the better. 3-letter, the better. Yes, all the responses will be 3-letter words for 1 point. To point your Mauser. To point, Jack?
What is it, aim?
Aim is right for 1 point. 3-letter, the better for 2. What a film reel is stored in, hence something finished is in it. Misha?
What is can?
The can is right for 2 points. 3-letter, the better for 3. Saturated. Saturated. Jay?
Wet.
Wet is right for 3 points. 3-letter, the better for 4. To impose a levy. To impose, Jay?
Tax.
Tax is right for 4 points, but you were out of the final clue, having buzzed in twice. Our fifth clue for 5 points. Don Draper favored this in his old fashions, a hell of a cocktail. Misha?
Rye.
Rye is the 3-letter potent potable. And at the end of the first round, but for our median round, it's pretty even. 36 for the blue team, 28 for the red team. Let's see if the scores change a lot with our 5 3-point questions submitted by viewers like you. Okay, here we go for 3 points. I like these, by the way. I think they're very good. But I've been wrong before. Here we go. For 3 points. Open any book to page 99 and read, and the quality of the whole will be revealed to you. Claimed this 3-named English author and critic whose first and last names are the same. Open any book to page 99 and read, and the quality of the whole will be revealed to you. Claimed this 3-named English author and critic whose first and last names are the same. 5 seconds. Time.
Is it Holland Clancy Halling?
Nope.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't buzz in. All right.
Nope. He wrote The Good Soldier and Parade's End, and his name was Ford Maddox Ford. Ford Maddox Ford. That really is, by the way, I tried it over the weekend. Very good advice. Open any book to page 99, and unless it's a blank page, you get a pretty good sense of the content. Okay, for 3 points. That was sent in by Stephen Cross, by the way. That was a toughie. For 3 points. Russia sold Alaska in part because it feared losing access when its sea power was crippled after this mid-19th century war. Russia, Glenn?
The Russo-Japanese War.
Incorrect. That's a break for the blue team. I'll repeat the clue. Russia sold Alaska in part because it feared losing access when its sea power was crippled after this mid-19th century war.
Isn't this the Crimean?
That's what I thought, but I could be wrong.
I was thinking, what's the phrasing of the question again? They lose their sea power.
Loss of sea power during this mid-19th century war. Mid-19th century is the time frame of Florence Nightingale and the Crimean War.
Right. I mean, we can.
It was my thought too. I'm happy to do whatever you guys want to.
I mean, if you want, do you guys want to gamble? Because I was thinking Crimean War also.
Let's hey,
let's roll the dice.
Green or bad minds think alike.
We're gonna do it like it should be done. Bob, final answer: Crimean War.
That is correct. The Crimean War. Their sea power was crippled, and they were afraid they wouldn't be able to sail to Alaska. Hence, they sold it. Honisha Panatheni sent that one in, and that's a good one. Okay. For 3 points. Want your selfie to look older or younger? Download this widely popular wireless lab product introduced in 2017 and using neural network technology to alter your visage. Want your selfie to look older or younger? Download this widely popular wireless lab product introduced in 2017 that uses neural network technology to alter your visage. 5 seconds. Time. Elizabeth? Any guesses from anybody?
I'm just astounded that TPT has sponsorship now. That's pretty cool.
You know, it was the most, I chose it because it was the most popular download of 2017, and it's called FaceApp. FaceApp. And very popular, by the way, with the LGBT and trans populations because you can alter the gender of the person as well to see what they would look like. So it's a very popular and controversial app. Pat Kerr sent that one in, and I think that was a goodie. Okay, for 3 points. All vertebrates, that is, all living beings with a spinal cord, possess one of these large, self-regenerating detoxification organs. Misha.
What is a liver?
Liver is right, and John Fulford sent that one in. 3 points.
I hate to even ask, did LSAT Jedi lose 3 points for their wrong answer?
Yes, I was watching Bill. They did.
Okay, all right.
Okay, finally, for 3 points, last clue. Since 1937, Shakespeare's Hamlet has been annually performed in the courtyard of this Danish castle, not to be confused with Elsinore, the town it's in. Since 1937, Shakespeare's Hamlet has been annually performed in the courtyard of this Danish castle, not to be confused with Elsinore, the town it's in. 5 seconds. And time. It is Kronborg Castle. Kronborg Castle in the town of Elsinore. And that's considered Hamlet's castle. Okay, thank you to Maria Preston for that question. Those were pretty tough. As befits tough teams in a tough match. And we go to our second round with no possibility of a tie, since the blue team has 42, an even number, and the LSAT Jedi has 25, an odd number.
Bob, I'm going to step out. I'm going to hand over to, I'm going to tap out and hand over to Matt, who's here, I think.
Okay, that is within the rules.
So thank you. Thanks for hosting as always. And I concur with you. The crowdsourced trivia is an awesome addition this year. Those were well selected by you.
If you want to stay on, Jay, stick around and you can take, you won't get any points, but you could weigh in.
I have to jump to 12:30, but thank you, folks. Have a good one.
Okay, thank you, everybody.
Bye.
All right.
See, things are going well for us, guys.
You got rid of Jay. Things are going well for you.
Right.
We lost Jack somehow too. I don't know. I don't know where he went.
I think I'm here.
Jack's there.
Oh, you're not showing up on my on my.
Can you check your buzzer, Jack?
Yes, I can.
Jack, I don't see your buzzer. I see you listed.
There we go.
You're listed, so is Jay, but the buzzer did not show up just now.
All right, let me reset really quick.
Try refreshing.
Good thing I wasn't trying to answer any of those questions anyway.
I guess I should test this too.
Yeah, they were on the hard side, I thought.
I'm in, but I still can't buzz in. Let me X out one more time.
I can't buzz in either.
Oh, man.
I'm making a note of the scores just in case.
No, still can't.
Yeah, on my screen, you still see I don't have a buzzer because it still just says Jack. You guys.
Well, that's because you have that permanently on your phone. That's not that. Better just set up another game and hope that this will go through.
All right.
Game code is 868. 868. We'll start with a 2-pointer. I got red 25 and blue 42. Yeah, and you're on it, Elizabeth. I see that. That's great.
Yep. All right, Matt, I see you.
I see Glenn, Matt, and Jack. I see Petros and Bill.
Jack.
Bill with 2 exclamation points, in fact.
Glenn.
And looking for Misha.
What's the number again? Sorry.
868.
What's that?
868.
Sorry.
Like Ford Maddox Ford. 868. His real name was Ford Maddox Hufner, actually, but he changed it because it sounded too Germanic during the First World War. Okay.
Misha.
We're all good. And our first category in the double round, everybody, Misha, you have to mute. Glenn, you have to mute. Our first category is garden glossary. Garden glossary, but the G is in quotes. So it's gardening, but every response will begin with G. Garden glossary for 1 point, for 2 points, I'm sorry. Inserting a section of one plant into another. So, Glenn?
Grafting.
Grafting is the G word, and that's 2 points for the red team. Garden glossary for 4. Rich in nutrients, this bat or bird dropping is good for your garden. Bill?
What is guano?
Guano. Guano give you 4 points for that one. Guano is correct. Garden, G glossary for 6. Open an account at one of these banks that exist for the conservation of seeds, tissues, or reproductive cells. Open an account at one of these banks that exist for the conservation of seeds, tissues, or reproductive cells. 5 seconds. Matt.
A gene bank.
They are known as gene banks. That is right. A big 6 points for the red team, catching up. Garden glossary for 8. This cereal grain embryo is usually separated from the endosperm during milling. Glenn?
What is the germ?
The germ. That's right. The wheat germ is very famous.
I'm out of this
And
category.
you are out of the final clue, but you served your purpose, Glenn. Very nicely done. Now for 10 points in Arden Glossary. Most plant shoots have a tendency to grow toward the sun, which is called phototropism. If roots grew that way, they'd shrivel up and die. So they grow into the earth, displaying this other ism. Bill?
Geotropism.
That was a triple stumper on the show, but you are right. It is geotropism. Triple stumper, 10 points. Okay. Blue team narrowly keeping its lead. Next category, everybody muted, one of my favorites, turn of the century movies. Turn of the century movies for 2 points. In a northern England mining town, a young boy takes up ballet dancing. Jack?
What is Billy Elliot?
Billy Elliot is correct for 2 points. Turn of the century movies for 4. Policeman Ichabod Crane is sent to a small town, Matt?
Sleepy Hollow.
Sleepy Hollow, to investigate a series of decapitations. Sleepy Hollow is the turn of the century movie for 4 points. Turn of the century movies for 6. A young cop works with rogue detective Denzel Washington on the narco beat in Los Angeles. Jack?
What is Training Day?
Training Day is right for 4 points. Red team really inching up, but Jack is out of this.
I think we were up to 6 points on that one, weren't we?
That was a sixer, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Turn of the century. So Jack, you're out of this one for 2 more clues. For 8 points. A research chemist appears on a 60 minutes expose of the tobacco industry. Misha?
Thank you for smoking.
That is incorrect. A break for the red team. I'll repeat it. A research chemist appears on a 60 minutes expose of the tobacco industry.
I think it's the Insider.
Yeah, I was going to say. All right, we're going with the Insider.
You have to say final answer.
Oh, sorry. Final answer.
That is right. And for the first time, LSAT Jedi jump into the lead, the Insider. But it's still very, very close and lots of points left. For 10 points. In turn of the century movies, everybody muted? Here we go. 2 warriors seek the Green Destiny, a stolen ancient sword. Matt?
The Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon is correct, extending the lead. 71 to 48.
We're really good at movies, apparently.
Now, that's it for movies. We go on to I Served in His Cabinet. I served in his cabinet for 2 points. Secretary of Health and Human Services, Kathleen Sebelius. Secretary of Health and Human Services, Kathleen Sebelius. 5 seconds. Time. You might have heard of the man, Barack Obama. Barack Obama's HHS secretary. That was a little snarky on my part, but we'll move on. I served in his cabinet for 4. Secretary of the Interior, James G. Watt. Secretary of the Interior, James G. Watt. Glenn?
Ronald Reagan.
That is right for 4 points. Ronald Reagan's controversial Interior Secretary for 6 points. Secretary of State, Cyrus Vance. Secretary of State, Cyrus Vance. Glenn?
Is it Jimmy Carter?
Jimmy Carter is right for 6 points. He resigned. You're out for that one. He resigned after the failed rescue mission in Iran. 8 points. Secretary of Agriculture, Earl Butz. Secretary of Agriculture, Earl Butz. Time. He was even more controversial than Watt. He was Nixon's Agriculture Secretary, a triple stumper on the show. Finally, for 10 points, I served in his cabinet. Secretary of Defense, George C. Marshall. Secretary of Defense, George C. Marshall? 5 seconds. Time.
Roosevelt or Truman?
He formulated the Marshall Plan under Harry Truman. Harry Truman would have been correct. Okay. At the end of the first half of the second round, LSAT Jedi made its move, 81, saw Thunk 48, but lots of points left. And our next category, are you perhaps French? Are you perhaps French? You know, it's Alex. They're always pushing this French stuff. For 2 points. Philippe of this family was chief ocean correspondent for Animal Planet. Philippe of this family, Petros?
Cousteau.
The Cousteau family is right for 2 points. Are you perhaps French for 4? Born in 1911, Louise Bourgeois worked into her 90s on her biomorphic creations in this art form. Born in 1911, Louise Bourgeois worked into her 90s on her biomorphic creations in this art form. 5 seconds. Time. Sorry, Jack, too late. What were you going to guess?
Origami?
No. So it's just as well. Nope. She was a maîtresse, as Alex would put it, a maîtresse of the form of sculpture. She was a sculptor. Okay. Are you perhaps French? For 6 points. I'm sorry. Here comes the 6. Michelin 3-star chef Joel Robuchon opened his first U.S. restaurant in this city, not New York. Michelin 3-star chef Joel Robuchon opened his first, Jack?
What is New Orleans?
No, a break for the blue team. That's a 6-point drop, and you could pick up 6 with this clue. Michelin 3-star chef Joel Robuchon opened his first U.S. restaurant in this city, not New York.
I want to say Las Vegas.
So
I was thinking Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, yeah.
Yeah. Bob, final answer, Las Vegas.
That is right, Las Vegas. And that's a 12-point shift. 75-56 could prove to be significant, but neither team is laying down. Both teams are fighting hard. Are you perhaps French for 8? He was Jacques Chirac's predecessor as president. He was Jacques Chirac's predecessor as president. Five seconds. Time. Elizabeth, do you remember? No, I guess. Anybody want to take a guess? No points involved.
Mitterrand?
Francois Mitterrand is correct. Should have buzzed in. Mitterrand. Okay, finally, are you perhaps French for 10? Everybody muted? Good. Luc Montagnier identified the AIDS virus while working at the institute named for this 19th century Frenchman. Luc Montagnier identified the AIDS virus while working, Petros?
The Pasteur?
Pasteur Institute is right. And that picks up a lot of ground for the blue team with its 10 points. Okay. Our next category sounds difficult, but it's just kind of cute. It's called Bible book bindings. Bible book bindings. You got to remember the category. Bible book bindings. Here's the first clue for 2 points. Hey, blank law. Bill?
What is Jude?
Jude is the Bible book. Hey, Jude, Jude law. Okay, hey, Jude, Jude law. You got the hang of it. For 4 points, makers blank Sanchez. Misha?
Mark.
Makers Mark Sanchez is right for 4 points. Now there's a 3-point gap between the two teams. Blue team coming back. Here we go for 6 points in Bible book bindings. Prime blank racket. Glenn.
Numbers.
Prime numbers. Numbers racket is correct for 6 points. LSAT Jedi jumping ahead a little bit. For 8 points. Losing blank Washington. Losing blank Washington. 5 seconds. Time. Elizabeth?
Isaiah.
There you go. Losing Isaiah Washington. That was it. Nicely done, Elizabeth. Okay, and finally, for 10 points, with only, 9 points separating the two teams, for 10 points, Bible book bindings. The Heidi blank of Riddick. Jack.
What is Chronicles?
Heidi Chronicles of Riddick is right for 10 points. With one category to go, LSAT Jedi 91, Saw Thunk 72. Either team can win for our final category, Greek letters. Greek letters. Good luck, teams. You've been great. For 2 points. Precedes bits in the name of a sweet post cereal. Jack?
What is Alpha?
Alpha bits is right for 2 points, extending the red team's lead. Greek letters for 4. The ratio of the circumference of a circle to its diameter. Petros.
Pi.
Pi is it for 4 points. Greek letters for 6. A little bit, a really little bit. Jack?
What is Iota?
Iota is right for 6 points. Greek letters for 8. A homophone of a verb meaning to paddle. Bill?
What is row?
Row is the Greek letter. Okay. And now for 10 points in Greek letters. Ancient Romans would have read this one as 11. Ancient Romans would have read this one as 11. Bill?
I'm going to get my pronunciation wrong on this. XI, she.
She will accept the XI, but just not enough. Blue team 94, red team LSAT Jedi 99 by 5 points is the victor. Very, very good match. I hope I did it.
Man.
You all did terrifically.
Good job, guys. That
Good
was
game,
really
Fantastic match.
Really, really good. We
Nicely done.
apologize
Nicely
for
done.
the tech delays, but it didn't impede the match. Which
Thank
was
you, Bob.
Really great.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
guys.
guys. You did.
Thanks for hosting.
Thanks
Bye.
a lot.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Bye-bye.
Kyle.